4 months ago, this was my reality. At 176 pounds, with a body that had weathered 3 C-sections, including a twin pregnancy, I was utterly disconnected from myself. My reflection showed not just the physical toll of motherhood, but also the exhaustion of survival mode, constant messes, endless meals, and zero time for me. I battled hormonal acne, relentless bloating, inflammation, and energy so low I could barely function. Pre-diabetes loomed, my thyroid struggled, and my self-esteem was non-existent. I dreaded photos, I hated my clothes, and even my husband's compliments felt hollow. But then something shifted. I hit a breaking point. I was desperate for change. And 4 months later, this is me. From merely surviving to absolutely thriving. Now I'm 125 pounds, 5 pant sizes down, and my clothes fit like a dream. The acne is gone, pre-diabetes is a distant memory, and my energy is through the roof. My connection with my husband is stronger than ever, and my confidence is unshakable. Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm 5'6" and 31 years old. I lost 52 pounds in just 4 months on the Winner Lifestyle program with Coach James, going from 176 pounds in March to 124 pounds by the end of June. If you're ready to discover the exact steps I took to change my body and my life, keep watching. You won't want to miss a single moment. Let me tell you about the approach that completely shifted how I looked at food and fat loss. It wasn't about cutting calories every single day or sticking to some strict, miserable routine. Instead, it was all about creating a balance, a simple, repeatable structure where some days I ate more and some days I ate less. And this pattern, known as calorie cycling, was a complete game changer for me. I followed 10-day cycles made up of feast days, where I was maintaining, and fast days where I focused on losing. This structure kept my metabolism running strong. No extremes, no burnout, just steady, sustainable progress. It was strategic, it was flexible, and best of all, it actually worked. Calorie cycling helped me work with my body, not against it. And for the first time, it actually felt doable. Feast days were all about fueling up and supporting my metabolism and maintaining my weight. But that didn't mean I ate whatever, whenever. I had structure, and that structure gave me freedom. I also prioritized fats and protein earlier in my day and saved most of my carbs for later in the day. That balance really worked for my energy, especially with little ones running around and no chance for my midday nap. And the best part, I got to eat real food. Nothing fancy, just things I actually enjoyed. My go-tos were eggs, yogurt bowls, oatmeal, fruit, veggies, and even my personal favorite, an In-N-Out cheeseburger. Because let's be real, some days that cheeseburger and a Coke Zero were the only thing getting me through my day as a mom. Now, I stopped eating solids 6 to 9 hours before bed, so if I went to bed around 10 p.m., I'd stop eating solids by 1 p.m. And liquid calories were also okay, as long as they were within my calorie limit and low in sodium. For example, I'd often have a protein drink around 5 p.m. as my dinner. But here's the part that surprised me. On feast days, cardio is important, but I didn't have to run. I didn't have to weight train at the gym. I walked, simple as that, lots of walking. But honestly, just starting was a battle. My postpartum body was worn down. At 176 pounds, I was still recovering from 3 C-sections, including my twin pregnancy. My core was not only weak, but I had diastasis recti, and my back ached constantly. My joints were stiff, and my hips felt so tight. I was not flexible anymore. All my daily tasks as a wife and a mother only added to the stress my body was under, and it seemed impossible to add in any time for me to even work out. So I started with what I could do, which was going on walks outside with my kids. The goal was to burn a max of 500 calories, but I could still keep it fun and change it up every now and then. And honestly, cardio felt way easier and more enjoyable when I was well fed. I'd go for things like trampoline time with my kids, or I'd play a sport as a family, but I actually ended up finding a free treadmill on Facebook Marketplace, and my routine soon became walking on the treadmill while my kids were napping. But Sundays were actually usually my tough day for me to squeeze in a workout, so on days I didn't do cardio, I simply deducted 500 calories from that day's limit. and that helped me stay right where I wanted to be within half a pound or up or down of my current weight without sacrificing my time with my family. And I bet you're wondering, what about cheat meals? They are absolutely allowed so long as they fit within the calorie goal and meal timing. I mean, I've got a sweet tooth, so I made it a point to build in little treats and plan around holidays and special occasions, especially my birthday. Because let's be honest, I'm not skipping anything sweet on my birthday. And also with planning, I will say timing made a huge difference. Hot drinks before meals helped curb my hunger, especially when I was feeling extra bloated around my period. Coach James had me try hot lemon water before eating, and honestly, it helped more than I expected. Plus, I made sure to always stay hydrated. I drink at least half a gallon of water every day. So tips like that, nothing fancy, it's just simple things that were working. Now, fast days were a totally different vibe from feast days. They were my lower calorie days where the goal was fat loss. I wasn't starving myself or doing anything extreme, but I was still intentional. Fewer calories, yes, but it was all about giving my body a chance to tap into stored fat without crashing my energy or turning into a full-blown momzilla over spilt goldfish. But let's be real. 1 tantrum, 2 snack requests, and 3 messes in, a hangry mom is basically a ticking time bomb. But on fast days, I kept my calories under 250 total, and all of that came from liquids. My usuals were 0-calorie sodas, protein shakes, energy drinks, and lots of electrolytes. Electrolytes are not only mandatory on fast days, but also essential. About 3 to 6 servings, especially before and after cardio. This helped keep my mood and my energy up throughout the entire day. My goal was to burn 500 to 1,000 calories through cardio. So for me, that meant about an hour and a half total, but as a mom, I didn't really have that kind of uninterrupted time. So I'd actually split it up. I'd do 2 workouts, burning 500 calories each session. That way, I could squeeze it into my schedule, however I needed to. And my go-to was still that incline walking on the treadmill because it was delivering the best results. I started at 3 speed, 3 incline, and eventually got stronger. And now I'm worked up to 3 speed, 15 incline for a full hour straight without holding on. My intention on those days was to work up a sweat, and I did every time. And now that I'm in maintenance, I lift weights 2 to 3 times a week. I play volleyball or pickleball when I can, and I chase my kids with ease. My body finally feels strong, light, and fully mine again. I'm not just more capable as a mom, I'm more confident as a woman. I feel confident wearing clothes I used to avoid. That confidence shows up everywhere, in how I parent, how I carry myself, and yes, even in how I connect with my husband. I'm more present, more playful, and way more connected in every part of my life. This journey didn't just change my body, it completely transformed the way I live in it. Now, I know strategy is great, but this last piece is the reason I didn't quit. I saved it for last on purpose. Life with 4 kids under 4, including my newborn twins, was total survival mode. Healthy food was rare. Most days, I was finishing my kids' leftover chicken nuggets or mac and cheese, or maybe even grabbing a quick granola bar or yogurt, which barely kept me fueled. And I was breastfeeding twins. I was constantly starving. Honestly, the main time I could eat a full meal was through a drive-thru. I'd scarf down whatever I could while my kids napped in their car seats. I tried other programs before, but nothing stuck. I needed real accountability. The structure of this was helpful, the strategy was smart, but the real key, it was having Coach James in my corner. Every day, I sent Coach James my weight chart, my meals, and my proof of my cardio. He showed up with honest feedback and support. On good days, he celebrated my wins. On the hard days, he reminded me that it was okay to feel overwhelmed. Progress is still progress, even when it didn't feel like it. Every 10 days, we then reviewed together, not for perfection, but of course for progress. That daily accountability, that's what kept me going. When motivation ran out, when life got chaotic, when I wanted to give up, checking in with him every day was the main reason I stayed consistent and I saw the success that I did. So if you're still watching this, maybe you're feeling like I did, tired, stretched thin, wanting to feel better in your body, but not sure where to even start. I am not a fitness influencer. I'm just a mom who was stuck in survival mode until I found something that actually worked. Not because I was perfect, but because the plan was realistic. It made sense, it fit my life, and it gave me just enough structure and support to finally stay consistent. So if you're ready to feel stronger, to finally get your energy back, not just for a week, but for real, then I say go for it. Book your free 30-minute Zoom consultation with Coach James. Spaces are limited and first come, first serve. But if the link is still showing in the bio, then snatch up your spot right now. You will not regret it, I promise. The Winner Lifestyle Program is just $125 a month, and there's no contract, no pressure. You can cancel or pause anytime, so unless you're super attached to your stretchy pants, what's holding you back? Or do you need one more reason to go for it? Well, how about 20% off every month when you use the code WINNER? Because I know firsthand it's so worth it. This changed my life, let it change yours.